How you doing? My name's Mike. I'm an amateur out there just like many of you guys, so I want to go over a couple of key products for paint removal. Now there's a couple of items that I want to share with you today. One is a blast gun. This one is by Harbor Freight and it's available for about 24 bucks. If you get it on sale, you probably can get it for about 22. You also have this product over here, which is a multi-purpose angle grinder, and it comes with sandpaper. You can buy additional accessories like cutting wheels, things of that nature. It's actually a really good device that I use quite a bit. Alright, so the project that I was working on is an old tractor that was given to my boy Gabriel by his pop-pop. And I needed to remove the paint off of this tractor top along with some other parts that had paint, rust, and etc. So my first thought was to use sandblasting. Now it uses different media, aluminum oxide, I think there's baking soda you can use, glass beads, etc. So not only do you have to buy this, but you also have to buy the media. You also have to have an air compressor that can consistently put out about 100 to 120 psi. And it has to have a large reservoir so you have a good storage of air and it's not trying to cycle through all the time trying to keep up. The other problem is that if you use this product and your air filter does not have an air filter to remove the water, it's going to end up clogging up because of the air and the cold condensation that happens when you utilize the air compressor going through the hose and etc. So that being said, those are some of the challenges and learning lessons that I had. If you're using a very limited use of this for a small project like cleaning tools, maybe dumbbells that might have a little rust on it, whatever, small parts, this might not be a bad idea. And it's actually pretty cost effective and it's less harmful to the metal or whatever you're trying to get in, especially if it has grooves. Now the other item is the angle grinder, and this is actually something that I end up having as a preference in trying to remove this paint. Two reasons. I'm not doing some restoration of some historical item, car or whatever, so I'm not as worried about if it scores the metal a little bit. It's made for, the whole purpose of this is trying to clean some paint off of an old riding lawnmower that we're turning into, if you will, sort of like a little small race lawnmower. So that being said, I'm going to show you the product, a side in which I used the blast gun and a slide in which I used the grinder. Now my nephew Hadley back there is going to make sure that you can see the product well. So this is the tractor top. This is what it looks like from using a sandblaster. It's smoother, it didn't damage the metal, it came out, really good. I was actually, quite impressed with it. What I wanted to tell you, this right here took me an hour and a half, okay? In the front, I used it as well, and to get into the louvers and all this, another 2 hours. Now, remember, we talked about the angle grinder. Since it wasn't as important about making sure I didn't damage it and being careful, I was able to do this right here, which got it really clean and smooth, less than 10 minutes. So for a tractor top, it's fairly well where I need it. I just need to prime it and then put a flat black on there, maybe a red stripe, make it look like the 18. But the biggest thing is to save you time and energy. I would probably recommend, if it's not a very, very important project and you're just trying to get the paint off of something, what have you, just use a 10-inch or a 12-inch or 4.5-inch grinder. It's really going to make a big difference in the amount of time it takes you to do it. On the other hand, if you decide to use a blaster, make sure you use a mask. Make sure you use safety glasses because you want to make sure you protect your health, because it can be dangerous to breathe in the powder and etc. from the media that you may use. So anyway, hopefully it was helpful. Thanks a lot to Hadley for not laughing at me while I was trying to make this video. And hopefully it was a little bit helpful, because the grinder, 24 bucks, the blaster, 24 bucks, and the products or what have you that you utilize probably equals out overall. But at the end of the day, the grinder's going to knock it out a lot quicker. Just be careful not to gouge or get overly aggressive when you remove the paint. Anyway, I hope it helps. Have a good day.